Hello everybody, my name is Snipe is Fun, and I welcome you all back to my next RWBY series of videos talking about various theories, speculation, predictions, and so on and so forth. I just recently been getting back into my last couple weeks, last month or so, I've been getting back into my various RWBY theories. I was mostly waiting until Volume 4 ended, and now I feel I have enough to actually do various videos on various different theories and speculation predictions leading up to Volume 5, coming off of Volume 4, and looking back on Volumes 1 through 3, and going forward, and just looking in the past, the present, and the future of RWBY. I did just recently film a video talking about my thoughts on where do I think Yang is going to go coming off the end of Volume 4, basically when we saw her take the path. Is she going to go see her mother Raven, or is she going to go find her sister RWBY? I talked about it all there, and the possibility, basically, of both, and asking you the question of asking you guys what you thought was going to happen, or not just what you personally want to see happen, but what you guys thought was going to actually happen. This is another theory, and kind of talking about various concepts going into Volume 5, that basically comes at the end of Volume 4 as well. And it's like this time it deals with the villain character Watts, which we did not see since that at all, pretty much since the beginning of Volume 4, working for Salem, trying to find his he was going to meet with someone in Mistral, and the new character we just kind of got introduced to, the Haven Academy headmaster, Leon Lionheart. And this theory, I'm going to basically be trying to answer my perspective of the question: is Leon Lionheart going to be a traitor? Is he legitimately a traitor? Because, the situation we kind of got, he's obviously talking to Watts, who works for Salem, and it kind of gives us the idea like he's pretty much selling out the rest of the world of Remnant to protect himself or so, or join sides with Salem or something. And a lot of people equate, I'm not further sure if this is really, exactly his inspiration or the character he's based off, but a lot of people basically take Leon Lionheart as the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz, and pretty much that he's scared of Salem, and he's pretty much joining her out of fear, or something, or so on or so forth. Now that could be him legitimately doing it only out of fear, or maybe he feels or it could be that legitimately he's a traitor and a bad guy, and he just thinks Salem is the right way to go, or so. You never know specifically, because we did not see anything about Lionheart, except for this small shoulder of his clothes on the side. All we really seen from that scene was Watts drinking tea. A lot of people drink tea in this show. Yeah. But basically, that's all we know about Lionheart, and people have been basically speculating. Because people originally thought that there's a lot of characters inspired by, various, historical figures and, fictional characters and whatnot, and The Wizard of Oz seems to be a big, inspiration for a lot of characters in this show. And, basically Crow is, the Scarecrow, apparently, and then Ironwood's, the Tin Man and stuff like that. And people were kind of equating Tai Yang to the Cowardly Lion for the longest time, and now we have specifically a character called Leon Lionheart, with lion specifically in his name, and quite literally, he kind of has lion in his name twice, because Leon kind of means lion as well. So he's like Lionheart. But all we know about him is from the shoulder view. He's in a meeting talking with Watts. Watts was going to meet someone in Mistral, and the person he wanted to meet turned out to be the headmaster of Haven Academy, Leon Lionheart. A lot of people were kind of speculating that Watts was the headmaster at first, which would have been interesting, but in a way wouldn't have made sense. But yeah, this makes more sense that he went to go see the actual headmaster, and he's trying to get Lionheart on their side to get the relic and get, pushing Salem's mission forward. But back on the topic about the question of, is Leon Lionheart a traitor? Because, it seems like he's going to be working with Salem, or working with, Salem's forces and Watts and stuff like that. He's apparently in correlation with them, at least from what we see in the scene. But we don't know what he sounds like or what his opinions on this matter. He's just talking with Watts. He could very well just downright say no in this situation. So it can go one of three ways. One, he is going to be the person that says no. He's like, I'm not going to side with Salem. I'm going to you screw you, Watts, leave this office right now, blah blah blah, and stand up to Salem and her forces and stuff like that. But if he is truly based off the Cowardly Lion, he is probably not going to be that brave to want to stand up to the forces that pretty much could literally kill him. So that option is more than likely nothing. It's probably very, very unlikely. The other option is he's joining them out of fear. Like, he's worried about his life. He's worried about what Salem could do to him, what Watts could do with him, Tyrion, Cinder, Hazel, all those other people, what Salem's forces could do to him, and quite literally just wants to run for the hills, sell out the rest of the World Remnant and all the different academies and relics and stuff, and just kind of hide and be like, I'm safe over here. Don't hurt me, Salem. And he's just basically that would legitimately represent the Cowardly Lion, that he is only out for himself and he sells out the relic to protect himself. Or option 3, he literally feels that like the actions against like Salem and her forces and stuff like that are pointless, and maybe that Salem's right, or he wants the world that Salem wants, and he's legitimately a legit traitor. He's not doing it out of fear. He's doing it out of, I feel that she's right, and I want to actually betray the forces that are going against like Salem and whatnot, and the Grimm and stuff like that, because he thinks it's a losing battle for the huntsmen and huntresses and the world of Remnant, and legitimately wants to be a traitor, and legitimately wants to go and side with Salem. We don't know that at all either. I'm thinking it's more like it's the middle option. If he's based off the Cowardly Lion, he doesn't, like, I'm assuming because he's basically was friends with like Ironwood and friends with Ozpin and the other headmaster and whatnot, and they work together on keeping these relics safe and stuff like that. He's not going to just outright be a villainous character and outright be like, oh, I want to betray Ozpin and Ironwood, just screw over the world of Remnant and whatnot. And if he is based off the Cowardly Lion, that middle option makes the most sense for him. Like, he doesn't want to do it out of betraying someone. He wants to do it out of fear to protect himself. And, of course, it's selling people out, but he's not doing it out of, I want to betray people. He's doing it out of, I want to protect my own damn life. And quite sadly, people might fall because of it, but at least I'm safe. So we won't know that until we know Lionheart's specific characteristics, his personality, and what kind of character he's like, and what he is all about. And that's going to happen in Volume 5, quite obviously, because the White Fang is going in on Haven, and everything's going in on Haven. Remember the Team RWBY, blah blah blah. Everyone's really much heading into like Haven right now, and Mistral. So we're going to quite literally see Lionheart next volume, and once we know exactly who he is and what he's about, we will know exactly what those 3 potential options, or if there is a 4th option, Lionheart's like. But we don't know for sure if he's a traitor or not, but at the very least we do know that he's in talking with Watts about Salem's forces, and more than likely is semi-working with them. But we don't know specifically if he's a traitor or not, but that's where I'm going to end this theory. So basically I have 3 potential choices he can basically be. 1, he is outright going to say no to Watts. He's basically just listening in on the conversation, and he's just going to say, no, I'm not going to work with Salem. That's my least likely potential option, because I don't see him being the super brave guy. Like if it was Ironwood or Ozpin or something, yeah, I could see that happening. But it's the looks of it, and if he's based off the Cowardly Lion, that's not very likely. If he's in fact based off the Cowardly Lion, the second option is the most likely option, which is he's doing it out of fear and to protect his own self. And that's the reason why he's going to sell out the relic or something to Salem and so on and so forth. And the third option, he is a downright traitor and doesn't care about Ozpin or Ironwood or the world of Remnant. He wants to watch it all burn, join Salem's forces, and just be a legit traitor. And that's, I think, possible too, but that's not really Cowardly Lion as well, if he is in fact based off the Cowardly Lion. And we don't really have a character based off that yet either, so it could very well be him. That's the one that's based off of. So I'm asking all of you out there right now, is Leon Lionheart, the headmaster of Haven Academy, going to be a traitor, or do you think there's something else more to his character we're going to find out in Volume 5? Put in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think it's any of those 3 options I mentioned, or do you think there's a potential choice for that 4th option that I didn't speculate on? Put in the comment section what you guys think. We'll have fun discussing it down there, waiting about forever for Volume 5 to see if any of our theories and speculations and predictions come true, and I will see you all later in my next RWBY theories, speculations, and predictions series of videos. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you want to. Peace, and have a lovely day. See you all later in the next video. See ya.